All right. Amen. Okay. Greetings, everyone. Your girl is back with another one. Okay, best friend. Come here right quick. So I was doing some thinking. Right. I wanna talk with y'all about a few things. Um, Welcome to my channel. I am the goddess. This channel is informational. I'm here as your spiritual healer, spiritual guide, whatever you want to call it. I pour into you. I share positive energy. We break generational curses over here. I'm a vessel from one brother, one sister to the next. All right, so let's get into it. So I came across this audio book called Cryon Late Night Series, Hiyoka Metaphysical Lessons. Right, so it's about shamanism, the original teachings of the Sea Mother. So I'm like, Sea Mother? That stood out. So, okay, let's back up. I don't know if y'all watched the Billboard Music Awards, but why it seemed like everybody sent a group text and was like, we finna kill that with the galactic fits. Like, why everybody act like they from Xenon, from outer space type shit? What's up with that? Okay. Did y'all get a memo that that was gonna be the attire? Because it just seemed like everybody who went was dressed in some type of galactic. Okay. Then on the 17th of May, today's the 21st, on the 17th, it was reported sightings of extraterrestrials. I said, so are we just going to ignore the fact that they've thrown it in our face and getting us used to whatever their agenda is? Okay, so as I'm listening to this, I'm like, okay, so it speaks about a shaman. Shaman deals with water. Okay, so a person having access to good and evil spirits, they're like they're able to communicate between both doorways. Okay, so the sisterhood of remembering the origin, um, it's in contact with the other side. Like no push for equality. Women were designed for intuition to teach beyond what most people see as a reality. Okay, so then I started thinking, that's interesting. They deal with the water, the sea mother. It started making me think of Yamaya, the Orisha, and then the Little Mermaid. So I said, Then I started thinking about Atlantis. And I said, well, people always say as above, so below. But do we really talk about the fact that if there's like human life on land, isn't there some form of human like life in the sea? I mean, it's safe to say in 2022 that's not too far fetched, right? Am I losing anybody? Like, let me know. Because I would think horses on land, seahorse in the water. You got all type of stuff that's on land that's in water. You have um all kinds of things. So why wouldn't it be human life in the water like it is on land? History talks about mermaids. Okay, so and then in Atlantis, wouldn't they have like, what if they transition from evolving from having feet to having fins, or had fins to having feet? Or maybe they can shapeshift. Just saying. These are these theories. Okay. So now the crystalline grid is a field that has been placed here by um Lemurians. Increased powers of this grid. Almost everything that has happened here has been increased, especially heroine stories. Going past the doubt, this grid is amplified with memories. Okay, now we're talking about the grid and the ley lines. All right, the grids and the ley lines. Now, okay, I'm gonna come back to that. Lemurian quartz is said to connect to the ancient civilization of Lemuria, where people used crystals to focus on consciousness for healing and clairvoyance. I think we're on to something here. I think we're on to something. All right. Lemuria meaning is hypothetical former continent in the Indian Ocean, supposed to be now represented chiefly by Madagascar. Madagascar is is in Africa. Or next to Africa. It's actually the Republic of Madagascar, like it's its own thing. Previously known as Malagasy Republic, an island country in the Indian Ocean. Okay, now the Atlantic Ocean to the Indian Ocean, they like right there. Yeah, Indian and Atlantic is like right there. Atlantic, Indian. Okay, so it's also referred to as the land of Mu. There's a book called Legends of Atlantis and Lost Lemuria by William Scott Elliott. Okay, and then the king of Lemuria was Ka Taranka. All right, I just decided to throw that out there. So, over 200,000 years ago, our space brothers, or the Pleiadians, or the Pleiadians, which are superhumans, came to the Earth. All right. They are Orion like humanoid aliens, fifth dimensional beings, and light and love galactic beings. Okay, so they came and created the grids of the planets, right? They changed the DNA of humans. Even though it said we got 23 chromosomes, we really got 24. The Akash, the Soul, and the Avenue. There are four civilizations before Earth. Earth is the fifth civilization, and they believed in the Mayan calendar. So I believe they the ones who gave the Mayans the calendar of you know, things that was going to change after December 21st, 2012. Okay, so now let's go back to Atlantis. Poseidon was the king. I'm sorry, the god of the sea. All right, but going back to as above, so below, how that is so reversed, the female version of Poseidon would be Yamaya, which is the mother of all and the mother like of the sea, which is Caribbean, African, Santeria, the ocean mother of the sea, Yoruba religion, and she is where the root of Isis. This Isis is a spinoff of Yamaya, Egyptian deity. So you got Egypt, Roman, I'm sorry, African Roman, galactic information all coming together. Okay. So now if you pull up an old world map, on the old world map, and you look to see where Libya is where like where I guess if you follow the silver lining of the Mediterranean Sea, where it goes like all the way around Libya, Nigeria, coming down to around the Atlantic Ocean, all that's tying in together, connecting. The Mediterranean Sea it's like a stream going all the way down, going past the Atlantic Ocean or flowing through it. And I'm just trying to figure out. Some people say Atlantis is fictional, but Bermuda Triangle is real. We know the Bermuda Triangle is real because it's on the map, on the old world map and the new world map. Nah, but on the old world map, the land, the coordinates are more accurate where they got it mapped out at. So I rather refer to the old world map. If you look at Florida, the Atlantic Ocean, and then off to the east where Africa and everything else is, like Libya and all that, starting from the Mediterranean Sea, is coming down to where these places are, in that gap of water right there. That's where Atlantis would have been, which is where the Bermuda Triangle is. Now, history tells us that if there was an Atlantis, it was engulfed in water and it sunk and this and this and that. Well, if the Bermuda Triangle is a portal, that's a triangle, and it engulfs or it consumes anything within that sacred space or that dome or that portal, then maybe that's why Atlantis sunk. Maybe I wonder if the Bermuda Triangle was like the capital of Atlantis, because only a small portion of the Bermuda Triangle you could see on a map. It's like little islands, like a trail of little islands. So imagine what's below the water. If that landmass was raised up, it's probably the tip of the iceberg of what Bermuda Triangle is to Atlantis. And the bottom is probably the landmass that sunk, that allegedly disappeared and can no longer be found. But thanks to your girl, when you get some free time, Look up the latitude and longitude of the Bermuda Triangle. It's in the northwest region, right? The Atlantic Ocean is between the north, south, east, out the water all around those regions. So when I tried to look up Atlantis coordinates, like the latitude, longitude, at first it gave me northwest region, then it gave me southeast region. So on the there's a TV station called BBC One where there's a show called Atlantis, and there's a woman who looks aboriginal. She has locks. She looks like a warrior. Her name is Arito, but in Latin it means virtuous. And she's a character on. She's a cast member on this show. But in the Bible, it talks about her. It speaks of a virtuous woman. So you telling me how would that tie in? How does Christianity speak of virtuous woman, and then what does Atlantis fall under the category of? European religion. I mean, not European. Not European history, but Poseidon is under. It was on the tip of my tongue. Greek mythology. Greek mythology. So Poseidon is under Greek mythology, which is falls under Atlantis, is under Greek mythology. And the Bible is under Christianity. Arito, character name in Atlantis, name means virtuous. And she happened to be, she looked like a sister. She had locks, you know what I'm saying, beautiful black skin. Bible speak of virtuous woman, Proverbs 31, verse 10 to 31. If you look that up, that speak about virtuous woman, which is a wife, like a complete, the type of wife that you want to look for. But the Atlantis people are of mermaid descent, no? It's like mermaid origin. Okay, but then Yemaya is of Yoruba religion. Okay, so then they refer to Bermuda Triangle as the Devil's Triangle, and I'm like, why? For what? What's the Devil's Triangle? The Devil's Triangle means sex between two men and one woman, like a bad threesome. I guess a good threesome would be two women and one man. A bad threesome is allegedly two men and one woman. But the Bermuda Triangle, they're referring to that as the Devil's Triangle. What that got to do with two men and one woman? But then triangle, triad, trinity, like Holy Trinity, three is a perfect number. Even going down to life path number 3, creativity, inspiration, communication skills. I don't know. Are those things that we need to work on as a generation? Am I reaching out to anybody who's a life path number 3? Like, is this resonating with anybody? Because I just feel like, what's the synchronicities? Like, what's up? I just love like metaphysical information. And once I started researching and it started getting like real interesting, I was like, maybe I should share this information. And I would love to discuss if anybody else has any information to add to correct, to clarify, to, you know what I'm saying? I'm open to constructive criticism, but just the shamanic origin is like, okay, they work with water. Shamans work with water. Then you got mermaids. Then you got Yoruba. And then all of this really deals with Aboriginal people, but they put it under Greek mythology to like, oh, let's distract them. Let's distract them. Let's put it under Greek mythology. They probably won't look at it then. Yeah, well, I wear glasses for a reason. Okay. And I'm gonna figure this out because this was pretty interesting. So yeah, I hope that was informational for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed your Friday. Great risings, and I will be back with a collective read. Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and share. Period.